Welcome to Around the Pit. Continuing on with our casserole in a cup. Here's the cup from the last time. Seen it cleaned up pretty nice. I just put some dish soap on there. And all I'm doing is just trying out some recipes here in the backyard before I take them out in the woods. Some of my favorite casseroles. Today's favorite casserole, one of my favorite, probably the favorite, would do my hand at Shepards Pie. See how well that does. So to get this started, we'll fill up my cup about halfway of water. And what I'm going to do is, here's our meal. Everything we need for a shepherd's pie in a Ziploc bag. I just closed it. Okay. What I've done is, I already pre-cut up one of these beef steaks jerkies. So I pre-cut it up in bite size. And what I want to do is I want to try and break it down some, instead of it being so hard. You know, kind of hard for the fingers to push. So we're going to put it in some water here. We'll set this on there. Oh, let's get our lid. It just might rain here in a little bit. Even better. All right. All right. While that's sitting on there to boil, you know, and I'm gonna say 8 minutes or so on the boil. So let's talk about what's in our let me get that here just in case. What's in our seasoning we're going to use? A shepherd's pie, a good one, has, besides the meat and mashed potatoes, has vegetables, right? So what I'm going to try and do, I say all right a lot. Instead of buying a bunch of big cans of freeze-dried vegetables, what I've done is I got this J.O.E.S vegetable seasoning, this mix. And we love a spinach dip my brother makes out of this. Okay, so that's in this mixture. I have 3 tablespoons of minced onions, 4 teaspoons of beef bone broth. I tell everybody about it, and that's this stuff here. Gosh, I love this stuff, man. My wife found it. I don't know where it is, but if you want to know, just ask, and I'll tell you where she got it. But beef bone broth, 4 teaspoons of that. Then we got a 1/4 teaspoon of celery seed, a 4 teaspoon of black pepper, a 4 teaspoon of salt. Then we got a teaspoon of McCormick roasted garlic bell pepper. That's what this is right here. I love using that in all my stuff. Okay, so that was a teaspoon. And then 4 more teaspoons of this J.O.E.S vegetable seasoning. And you can see, you don't have a lot, but you know, there's two peas there, some carrots. So I'm interested to see how well that's going to turn out. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're going to let this boil up. It's not even 2 minutes in. And we got a good boil going. Hopefully it softens that up. All right. It's been 10 minutes. Actually 11. Who's counting? Still boiling. We're going to see if it's gotten any softer, or if we're just wasting our time. Oh yeah. Look at that. Cuts a little easier. You can see, I don't know if you can see it, but since I took the lid off, it killed the heat some. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it about 5 more minutes, because I like how tender that's actually getting. Get around a little bit more heat. We'll give about 5 more minutes and then come back check in. Okay, it's been 15 total minutes, actually 16. Now I'm gonna get a little crazy. Try this out. Need my cup. What I'm going to do is play this by ear. Never done this before. Everything's always up in my head until I try it. Again, if you ain't backpacking gloves, camping with gloves, the convenience of gloves and a multi-tool around a campfire. So I'm going to take out most of this juice or water. You'll see why here in a second. Okay, leaves are just a little bit of water in the pot, in the noodles. Not noodles, a little bit of water and the beef in there. Now this is kind of, the way I look at this is a soup mix, right? So I'm gonna put this back in here. Stir it up a little bit. I don't want it too dry, and I don't want it too wet, if that makes any sense. If you paid attention to the ingredients, it's like a onion soup. Now here's the water I boiled. And that was not even a quarter of a cup, maybe a quarter of a cup of water. Stir this up really good. I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. Look at that broth mix in there. It's a little chunky, so maybe a hair more water. So we're going to call that just short of a half a cup of water here. Half cup of water. Back into there. Okay, can you see that? Look how that broth, those onions, man. So now we're gonna put our lid back on, making sure it's not too hot. And we're gonna place this back on the fire. Try to get it to thicken up. Now this, while it's still hot, this is 1 cup of potato flakes, but I think we just need a half a cup. We're gonna play it by ear. We'll make our mashed potatoes here. Oh yeah. So that's a half a cup of potato flakes for mashed potatoes. It's going to go on top of this. Oh gosh, look at that. Look at that. This is going to be good. You need some flavor for it, right? Butter buds. If you're not using butter buds, you need to get to use some butter buds. That is amazing stuff. I love the flavor of it. Okay. We'll put 1, let's get crazy. Let's put 2 in there. Make it buttery. 2 tablespoons of buds here. And really, I don't think we need to add too many spices because that soup mix there is going to do the job for us. Okay, we'll give that a couple minutes. Let this sit here for a couple minutes. Then we're going to combine the 2. She's been on there 3 minutes. Oh yeah, it's got a nice boil to it. Nice look to it. Oh my goodness. My concern may be I should have went ahead and did the whole cup of potatoes, and it might be too oniony, but I like oniony. Onion. That's not even a word, but too much onion flavor. Let me bring you in so you can get a look at that color. Goodness gracious, look at that. We're gonna put the potatoes on top. The potatoes on top of this shepherd's pie. Man, good old-fashioned shepherd's pie. Who don't like a shepherd's pie in the fall, winter time? Oh yeah, it's going to be enough potatoes. I'm going to tell you that right now. Now, if I had cheese, which I do, but I'm not going to put it on there. Try it without it. Look at that. Packed in there. Put it back on our fire here. Get me some coals for the top here. Oh, get my trusty aluminum foil. Use this one again. There we go. All right. We're probably going to check this about 6 minutes from now and see how well it stayed up in there. All right, let's talk something here real quick first. It's been 5 minutes, going on 6, and I said I was going to check it at the 6 minute mark. When you cook it in a cup like this, you got to keep an eye on it, and you have to move your coals around. You have to maintain your heat. Okay. You see here, I don't have no flame. I just have coals, and I push coals off to the side when needed. Rotated the cup around, so on and so forth. Right. So let's give this a go. Let's give it a look. Boy. Oh. Let's bring it up. You know, shepherd's pie, a good one is you don't want to break those potatoes. Oh my goodness. I can see them on the side there, getting a little burnt, but ooh boy, that's gonna, I'm gonna tell you right now. And I could pull out my seasoning kit here, put some salt, pepper, garlic, onion on top, but I think the flavor is gonna be on the inside there. Oh yeah, steaming hot. Whew, man. I don't think I need to cook that anymore. I think 6 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna call that good. Man, it's, look at that. I don't know, can you see that? I'll dump it on a plate here in a second, but whew. You can taste the vegetable mix. I don't think I would have, if I was doing this again, I would omit the salt. I think that vegetable mix might have had enough salt for it. So don't put salt in it. Oh, man, that jerky is tender, but it's really salty. It's salty. Okay. But it came together. came together nice. Look at that. Let me get that spoon out. See, it's still, look at that. That's that jerky. Get this picture. Now, a real test here. We're going to plate this. Oh my God, look at all those onions. Jerky bites, which is just beef stick. You can see the peas there, green beans. Is that green beans? I'd have to look at the ingredients. Look at that. Look at that. It's a shepherd's pie, camping style. Goodness gracious, and flavorful. Out of the two that I've done so far, and I really like that one I did before this. The look, and then the residue, really, you put that back on there and drink that as a soup afterwards, and that's still plenty enough for 2 people more than likely, especially if you'd use all the mashed potatoes. So far, this is my favorite one. Shepherd's pie, my version. Cut the beef jerky up small bites like I did. What was it, 15, 16 minutes in water. Take that water, use most of it for your mashed potatoes, and then use the rest for the seasoning. And don't use the salt. Omit the salt. I probably won't even put it in the description. We got carrots, green beans, peas. True shepherd's pie. So thanks for watching Around the Pit. I'm Joe. I'll see you next time.